Republicans controlling the Minnesota House and Senate today unveiled their biggest tax cut and spending plans of the year. Minnesota's state budget for the next 2 years, a record $45 billion. Lawmakers only have 8 weeks to figure out how to allocate it. In the Senate, Republicans revealed a 10-year transportation plan. In the House, sweeping tax cuts. WCCO chief political reporter Pat Kessler is live from the Capitol. Pat, I am not a budget expert, but it seems like both of these plans cannot win here.
Well, here is the deal. This is kind of the political kabuki dance that everybody does every year when they're trying to figure out what the budget is. Now, look at that budget, $45 billion. That's a lot of money to make state government run. That covers everything, education, all the schools, public safety, all of that stuff, aid to cities. And what they're talking about now is what they want. Republicans control the House. They control the Senate, and here is their plan. It's a lot different from Governor Dayton's, and that's where they're going to have to figure out how to come together.
Pat, Senate Republicans, they say that roads and bridges are a top priority, but there is no light rail funding in the plan.
Yeah, in the transportation plan that was presented by the Senate Republicans, they don't like light rail transit, and they're not embarrassed about saying it. They're trying to figure out ways to end the funding for light rail transit, including, and this is really important, the Southwest Light Rail. This is this nearly $2 billion light rail that is going to be built or should be built. People want to build it in the western suburbs. And Republicans say, look, we have not even had a single public hearing at the Capitol about it. The state is putting in a small amount of money. The federal government is going to put in a ton of money, and the Republicans say it's not cost efficient. They don't want to pay for the operating cost for this.
Well, they have a hearing. The Republicans run both houses. If they want a hearing, couldn't they schedule one for tomorrow?
Well, this is all about what's coming in a year or 2 years or 10 years. The Democrats have controlled the legislature for a number of years as some of these go through. But again, this is a small amount of money. I'm going to say $30 million right now into the light rail.
In the scheme of things, right.
And the government is going to put in $900 million, the federal government. But, you know, this is really important because Democrats and even businesses in the western suburbs say they need this to get employees to come here to work in their western suburbs. And here's something to think about. Chew on this for a moment. 600,000 or 800,000 more people are going to be living in the Twin Cities by the year 2030. Now, where are you going to put them all? How are they going to get from one place to another? How are you going to get the grain from farm to market? All of that is important. Meanwhile, we've got self-driving cars. We've got all sorts of technology that is coming. And so everything's in a really big state of flux. It's a really interesting thing to look at over the next few years.
And then will the governor sign whatever comes out of these houses? We'll see. Pat, it'll be a busy day for you. Thank you.
Yep, you bet.
Pat will be following all that action. Watch for his reports on what goes down on our news at 5 and 6.